Or good afternoon, everybody. And also, I should say good evening and salamat to Flor-de-Lis Mendoza Pitogo, who's watching us in the Philippines. It's about 1 o'clock in the morning there. And I thank you, Flor-de-Lis, for watching us. All right. We're getting off to some kind of a start here today. Look, I know it's football time. Opening season, and also I believe they got the U.S. Open. So luckily, this is a recorded show, so you'll be able to catch us anytime, anywhere on my Facebook pages, which is Felix Restucia, Let's Eat LI page, also on our YouTube, which is Chef Felix and Company. And then also we'll be on Gov's Comedy Club podcasts on YouTube probably next week. Okay, another shout out goes to Mary Grace Lopez Franco, who I love dearly. She's watching too. This is incredible, folks. We're getting people from the Philippines watching our show. How good is that? Anyway, welcome to our Sunday Sinatra special. Okay, we got some people lined up. We have Dave Heyman coming up in a few. He's going to get us in the mood by singing us some Sinatra and telling us, about himself and what he's up to. Okay, and then we're going to have Esther in Frank Sinatra Park in Hoboken. Okay, and she's going to be doing something from there. I can't wait for that. The weather's a little spooky there, but I think she'll be okay. And then we're going to end up with Bonnie Scalisi and Joe Curry. How great is that? Okay, and then we're going to challenge them to a little Frank Sinatra trivia at the end. And what we may do is we may organize it to maybe get people some prizes as well. Okay, so before I start, let's talk about Francis Albert Sinatra. And I'm going to be giving you bits of information about him as we go on in the show. All right, Francis Albert Sinatra was born on December 12th, 1915. To immigrant Italian parents, okay, which is similar to what my folks went through, okay, and also my grandparents. Obviously, my folks' parents were immigrants from Sicily, and I think Frank might have been Sicilian also. So he was born December 12th, 1915 in Hoboken, New Jersey, okay. He is, how could I say, he is described as an American singer and an actor. He did really good in acting as well. All right. Some of his favorite foods I'm going to get right into now instead of holding it later because I'm smelling this food and I'm getting really hungry. Frank was a man of simple taste. Okay. And because he had immigrant parents, just like in my family, there were certain dishes that were always made. You could call it peasant food at the time, whatever. And then also his favorite restaurant in New York City, in Manhattan, was Patsy's in Manhattan. And there he always enjoyed pretty much the following. He enjoyed clam spicillipo. Okay, that was one of his favorites. Spaghetti marinara. Okay, and also veal colored Milanese, which is just a plain breaded veal. Okay, with some lemon. That's it. That's what Frank liked. He liked chicken and potatoes with onion, and it's ironic because my mother used to make that because her mother used to make it as well. And then his favorite dessert in Patsy's was the Italian cheesecake, which is made from ricotta cheese and has some lemon in it. Okay, that was what Frank loved. Okay, a very simple taste, nothing extravagant. And you would think because, of his wealth, he would go with very extravagant dishes. So what I did was I decided to make a couple of his dishes to show you what Frank ate and his dessert. So we're going to start off with a simple spaghetti marinara. I made this sauce from scratch, and I made it right there. Look at that. Doesn't that look delicious? Okay, let's see if I can give you another shot of it. Okay, the basil's not coming out because of the screen, but that's it. That's what Frank would eat. Okay, which is incredible. Just that with his favorite drink, which was Jack Daniel's bourbon, which he made that company a lot of money for being its sponsor. Okay, so that's spaghetti marinara. Look at that. I'm going to go in and out and all about with that. Okay. Again, one of the dishes that he liked was chicken, and usually chicken parts with potato, onion, okay, with some oregano, very simple, and some lemon. So here you go. Here it is. Look at that. Doesn't that look delicious? I made that. Okay. So we got chicken thigh. Okay. Again, probably did it with parts. So you could do like chicken legs and thighs. Okay. And then you do the potato, the onion. Okay. And then you do everything with a touch of oregano and lemon. And that's it. That looks delicious. I love it. I love it. Very simple. Again, simple peasant food from the Italians. Okay. Chicken, potato, and onion. Frank Sinatra style. Look at that. Huh? That's Frank. That's what he used to eat. It's incredible. And then we have his favorite dessert here as well. Let me get that. Okay, here we go. We have an Italian cheesecake made from ricotta cheese with lemon. Okay, I don't know if you could even see that. I don't know how I could get it. There we go. How's that? We're going to do that. That's it. You got the ricotta. It's got a nice crust on it. It's got the ricotta cheese. It's always a nice thick piece. And you serve it with a little lemon on the side. Look at that. That looks delicious. I can't wait to eat it. But you know what? I'm not going to. I'm going to give this to my assistant, Heather, because she helped me tremendously today with all the food stuff. So that's what Frank ate. Isn't that incredible? Okay, so what we're going to do now, we're going to go and head to Dave Heyman, okay, and he's going to get us in the Sinatra mood with some songs. So let's bring him on now. Dave, how are you?
Hey, Felix, thanks for having me on the show.
No problem. It's a pleasure. Thank you for coming on. Yeah. All right, Dave, so why don't you introduce yourself, tell us what you're going to do, okay, and I'll leave you to the audience, okay?
Okay, my name is Dave Heyman. I'm going to say a little bit more about myself after I sing, but right now I'm going to sing a couple of songs. I'm going to say a little bit about the songs. So I've been singing for about 10 years now. I mostly do it for fun. Today I'm going to sing two Frank Sinatra songs. I'm doing, the first is Luck Be a Lady. This song came out in 1950 and was written for the musical Guys and Dolls. By Frank Lesser. Frank Lesser wrote the song, and Sinatra was instrumental in adapting this song into the play, the musical. The movie Guys and Dolls came out 5 years later and starred Marlon Brando. And actually, Sinatra got a little upset because he didn't get the lead role. Whenever I hear this song, I'm struck by just how different the people viewed gender roles back then. Like in the song, they refer to women as dames, and they just it's just the way they refer to women. But anyway, here goes the song. I'm gonna do "Luck Be a Lady" now. I just lost it here. Hold on, just a
Okay, take your time. Take your time, Dave. We're good.
Okay, I got it queued up. I'm ready to go. Here's "Luck Be a Lady." All right. Luck be a lady tonight. Luck be a lady tonight. Luck if you've ever been a lady to begin with. Luck be a lady tonight. Luck let a gentleman see how nice a dame you can be. I know the way you treated other guys you've been with. Luck be a lady with me. A lady doesn't leave her escort. It isn't fair, and it's not nice. A lady doesn't wander all over the room and blow on some other guy's dice. So let's keep the party polite. Never get out of my sight. Stick with me, baby, I'm the guy that you came in with. Luck be a lady. Luck be a lady. Luck be a lady tonight. All right.
Very good. That is probably one of the definitive songs for Frank Sinatra. I think that's one of the ones everybody knows.
Yeah, that's a great one. And I'm gonna queue up another one.
Okay.
By
the way, Fleur de Lis is saying that you have a nice voice.
Thank you, Fleur. All right. So I'm also gonna do New York, New York.
Recently, for no reason at all, I asked Mint Mobile.
No problem.
I have a commercial there. But actually, so this song was originally performed by Liza Minnelli in 1977 Martin Scorsese film by the same name.
Yes.
And so Robert De Niro, he starred opposite Minnelli, and they both played musicians in the film. Sinatra began singing this song the following year in 78 at concerts in Radio City. It quickly became one of his signature songs. And it popped. Felix, do you know what term for New York was popularized by this song?
No.
The city that never sleeps.
Ah, okay, right. That's one of the lines I think he says, right?
The lines, and it was because of the song, because of that expression for New York. Yeah, it's kind of cool.
Yeah.
And so the New York Yankees played it after every home game too.
Oh, okay. I'm a Met fan, so that's probably why I didn't know that.
Me too. I had to look it up, but I'm a Met fan too. But they did. Yankees played. So I'm just gonna get through this commercial here, and I'm gonna sing the song.
Okay.
Maybe just a couple seconds.
No problem. Take your time, Dave. We're good.
Thanks.
Legal team. If big wireless companies are allowed to raise price.
start spreading the news. I'm leaving today. I want to be a part of it. New York, New York. These vagabond shoes are longing to stray right through the very heart of it. New York, New York. I want to wake up in a city that doesn't sleep and find I'm king of the hill.
Uh-oh, what happened here?
Top of the heap. These little town blues are melting away. I'll make a brand new start of it in old New York. If I can make it there, I'll make it anywhere. It's up to you. New York, New York. New York, New York. I want to wake up in a city that never sleeps and find I'm a number one, top of the list, king of the hill, a number one. These little town blues are melting away. I'm gonna make a brand new start of it in old New York. And if I can make it there, I'm gonna make it anywhere. It's up to you. New York, New York, New York. All right.
There you go. All right. Actually, that was a pretty good, strong finish. I enjoyed that one. That was good.
Great.
Looks like you got a fan in the Philippines. Fleur de Lis loves you. She put wow down and bravo. So
Excellent.
you know, it's like 1 o'clock in the morning there right now.
All right, Flora, I'm glad you're staying up late.
Yeah. Tell us a little more about yourself. You said, well, you go ahead and tell us. Go ahead.
Yeah. So basically, one thing I have in common with Frank, we both have the blue eyes, but I know you have in common you're both Italian. I could tell by the homemade sauce that you make.
Thank you.
But also, I actually suffer from the same affliction that Frank Sinatra had in terms of what's giving him his highs and lows. And from what I saw on TV, Frank always seems just like a cool cat. And so anyway, he had his own film production company. It called Atlantis. And personally, I've had some minor acting roles. I appeared as a court officer, which actually I'm always a police officer whenever I'm acting. It's kind of funny. I always get tight. But so I was in Orange is the New Black at the last season 7, episode 5. It was kind of cool because I got to work with Laura Prepon. But anyway, I played a court officer, and the woman got sentenced in a courtroom, got sentenced to be extricated back to her home country in Honduras.
I think I remember that one.
Yeah. So I walk over to her. I was center camera, and I slapped the handcuffs on her, and I escorted her out courtroom. So it was kind of cool working with Laura. This is Laura Papon. This is the woman, the redhead who played Donna in that 70s show.
Yes.
You remember her?
Yes, I do.
So yeah. So she got pretty physical with me. She she's like grabbing me, showing me how to remove the prisoner from the courtroom and stuff.
Oh.
So it was kind of cool. She was I didn't really mind her grabbing me because she's pretty gorgeous. So
yeah, I think I remember her specifically. Yeah, that's not a bad deal. So.
Yes, she wore a baseball cap the whole time to cover up her beauty, so people would listen to what she was saying. She was the director.
Sure.
So she also acts in Orange Is the New Black as well.
Oh.
So yeah, it was a cool experience. So anyway, I'm an actor, I'm a singer, I'm a comic, and I'm also a author. I actually didn't know I could do any of these things until pretty late in life. So now I'm over 50, and I believe it's never too late to start a new career.
No, you're never too old to do anything.
Yeah. So I performed stand-up comedy about 15 times. There's a lot of hoops you have to jump through for that, though. And I was also an actor for several years. And like stand-up, it's it doesn't exactly pay the bills. So,
yeah.
So currently, I manage a self-storage facility. It's a steady paycheck. It's it can be kind of boring, but I do have a lot of free time. And actually, lately I've been practicing guitar. I just bought an electric, but I previously used that time to write jokes for comedy and also much of my memoir. And speaking of which, so my book describes how I kind of transform myself into like a struggling introvert into like a happy, outgoing person. So it was like it's like a personal triumph, and it's called "Here I Am, Thank God."
Okay, nice title. I like it.
Yeah. I talk about some of the strange and wild stuff I've done when I was manic. I also speak about how certain movies and songs have influenced and inspired me. Last but certainly not least, I talk about how the big man up there has helped me. I'm not talking about the tenant upstairs.
I'm in full agreement with that because the big man has helped me many times. What I went through.
Yeah. It's awesome that we have God. So just because you don't believe in God doesn't necessarily mean God believes in you. So anyway, my book is available through my website www.hereiamthankgod.com or Amazon. I don't have any upcoming comedy gigs to promote.
Okay.
But if you'd like to leave me your name, anybody's name and email through my website, the contact page, you could do that, and I'll keep you in the loop.
Okay. Sounds great.
All right.
Dave, thank you for being on. Good luck with the acting, obviously, and even the comedy, too. I mean, it's very difficult. Me personally, I think acting is probably easier than the comedy, I don't know. That's my opinion. I don't know how you feel about that.
The problem with acting is that like you can't really do it with a full-time job because it's so demanding of the time.
Right. You have to devote countless hours to doing it.
I need to work in self-storage just to pay the bills.
Yeah, of course. Yeah, you got a family and everything. I mean, that's what's difficult.
Yeah, I got a wife and I got a wife and 2 cats to feed.
2 cats. All right.
Yeah.
All right. Well, in the words of Frank Sinatra, cuckoo, baby, and good luck. So,
all right. Thanks, Phil.
Thank you for being on.
Yeah, sure.
All right. Take care. Thanks a lot. All right. Bye. Okay. So that was Dave. We thank him. He did a great job. And he gave us some information about Frank Sinatra that I didn't even know. I was reading a lot about Frank, and I didn't catch the Atlantis production company for his movies, which were great. Before we start with the next segment and everything, once again, shout out to Ann Rothney. All right. One of our #1 fans. Shout out to Ann. Okay. Lucy says, happy Sunday, everyone. And God is good all the time. That was for Dave. Okay. And it's true. And Lucy loved Dave's song too, as well. Okay. We also have Karen Denning Donatelli was watching or is watching. We also have Kadir. I think it's Nego is watching as well. Okay, so before we go on to the next segment, I just showed you some Frank Sinatra food. He has a cookbook out, even though he's gone. The Sinatra Celebrity Cookbook, and I got a lot. There's a lot of different recipes in there from all different celebrities, so you may want to check it out. Okay, and also there are some recipes that Frank and his wife created in here, like the chicken, the potato, and the onion, just like that. That's in there as well. Okay, and I believe the marinara sauce is in there. Okay, so you may want to check that out. The Sinatra Celebrity Cookbook. Okay, and also go look up or get the Patsy's Cookbook because they'll have the dishes in there that Frank liked as well. All right, before we go to Esther, who's in Frank Sinatra Park, just a little bit of some snippets on Frank. Okay, Dave sang some of his songs. Now, Frank started out around 1935 in music in the swing era. Okay, he started out with the Harry James Band and also the Tommy Dorsey Band as well. Later on, he went solo in 1946 with Columbia Records. And the name of the album is called The Voice of Frank Sinatra. Okay, now in his career, he has a career sales of his records of 150 million. So he's in the top of the list. One of the bigger amounts of money, 150 million for some singers. There's other ones as well. He did records for RCA Victor, Columbia, Capitol, and then he started his own record company called Reprise. Okay, his last album was Duets and Duets 2. If you recall, he did duets with famous people like Bono. He did. Okay, he collaborated with a lot of people in music. One of my favorites that he collaborated on was with Antonio Carlos Jobim, who did a lot of Brazilian, the song The Girl from Ipanema, that was Antonio Carlos Jobim. And Frank sang it, amongst other songs that he created for him, like The Wave, things like that. And that was a beautiful album. If you could get that music with Frank Sinatra doing Antonio Carlos Jobim, I recommend it. He also did music with Duke Ellington and Count Basie, and I love that time when he was with them, especially Count Basie. He did, songs like The Best Is Yet to Come. I can't even tell you how many other songs he did with Count Basie, and they were more hip, rather than in that swing. So Count Basie and Duke Ellington did things, and his musical director was Nelson Riddle, who's famous. Okay. And then he did, we'll get into his movie career after Esther really quick. All right, so let's bring Esther on now, okay? And she's in Frank Sinatra Park. Esther, my wonderful person.
I'm ready.
How are you? How's everything over there? Esther, you hear me all right? Are you good? How's your internet?
I can hear you. It's a little bit of a struggle, but I'm here.
Okay.
Hi, everyone.
Yeah, so how is it there in the park, okay? How is the park?
So now I'm right here by Sinatra Park.
Okay.
And I'm so excited. It has mostly stopped raining. Here is the beautiful statue.
Let's see it. Move over a little bit.
Man, that awesome musician.
Esther, move.
Yeah,
move your phone a little more towards it, okay? We can't see it.
It's Frank Sinatra, and it was done, it says, by Carolyn Palmer. The dedication was done on December 12th, 2021. The city dedicated this statue, and then if you want to see, here's all the people that were involved that we can credit: our wonderful councilman, our wonderful mayor, Ravi Bala. The statue is iconic. It's right by the New York City skyline, which is what's absolutely amazing here we have a bunch of donors that donated to make this possible, including Bulova Watch Company, which my
Wow.
grandfather actually worked at Bulova, the
Oh,
Sinatra
okay.
family, Cyrus XM, Warner Music Group, and Jack Daniels, the wonderful beer that we probably all get drunk on. There's
Well,
also
yeah.
a bunch of
Before
names
you
of
go any further,
people.
yeah.
Here's
Jack-
the list of people that donated to make the statue possible. I'm hoping some people can come by so we can ask them some questions
Okay.
about.
Can you
What did you say? Sorry.
can you focus a little more on the statue? We really didn't get a good picture of it.
Absolutely, Felix.
Thank you.
All right, here it is.
Okay, there you go. All right, there he is.
Isn't he gorgeous, guys? And I mean, not only that, he's iconic. He really made waves. And he lived in the beautiful city of Hoboken, New Jersey, which I live in. And there's a street named after him. They have many festivals and music days after him. So he is still a huge part of Hoboken, New Jersey, and, you know, lives on with the people of Hoboken, New Jersey is the best way to say it.
Yep. He grew up in a tenement house in
So
Hoboken.
I can try to talk to some people and see if they'll talk to me.
Sure.
Is that good?
Yeah, try.
Or do you
Let's
want to
go.
see more
Doesn't
of
hurt.
the statue?
Doesn't hurt to try, Esther. Go ahead.
What's that?
I said it doesn't hurt to try. Go right ahead. Go ahead.
All right, there's a bunch of people around. It's cleared up a bit, so hopefully there'll be more people, but there's a soccer game going on, and there's always people running along the Hoboken waterfront. And if not, the pigeons will talk to us.
Yeah.
If nobody will.
Why not?
All right, let's see my first attempt.
Maybe some of the pigeons knew Frank Sinatra. You never know.
Yeah, they can burp it or something.
Right.
Yeah, let's see who's around. Oh, are you okay? I'm on a little show. It's okay. Let's see if the pigeons. There's not a ton of people around, but I'll try to find someone.
Okay, do your best.
Otherwise, because there's a kid who's injured. Otherwise, maybe the pigeons will.
Yeah, you never know. You should
the
take
pigeons can definitely do a better job than I can of singing Sinatra.
Take a picture of the pigeons. You never know.
You want me to get the pigeons? Let's get these beautiful pigeons.
Let's see with the pigeons.
Every day,
Go ahead.
Felix, when I walk the waterfront to feel better,
Okay.
I get pictures of the pigeons.
Okay.
Watch. Here they are. Now they're going to run from us.
Gonna run.
Look at the pigeons.
Oh, yeah, those are geese. Those are the geese.
They're what? Sorry?
They're geese or ducks, I think. Geese or ducks.
They're
I'm not
geese.
sure.
Let's see if, I guess they'll flock together, right? And they're going to go, here, let's see where they're going.
They look very
now they're
nice.
They're going to run away from me, whereas usually I stand like away from them.
Okay.
You know, take pictures from afar.
Right.
Let's see if there's other innocent bystanders that want to.
Ann Rothney says hello. Ann Rothney, she's
Who?
a fan.
Ann Romney?
Yeah, she says hello.
Hi, Ann. It's so great to hear from you.
We have a whole bunch of people from the Philippines watching. We have Romar.
We have people from the Philippines watching.
Yes.
Wow.
We have Romar.
Well,
we have Mary Grace. Okay, we have Fleur de Lis. And then also we have Lucy, who's not from the Philippines, but she is a Filipino.
Talk to me.
What's that?
Can you guys answer a few questions? They're just fun questions about Frank Sinatra. Well, failure right there.
It's all right. You're going to get one. Don't worry.
I'm so scared of strangers these days.
Let's
see if this guy carrying.
Yeah. Tell them that
stroller.
It's just a fun podcast. That's it. Tell them it's just a fun podcast. That's it.
Yeah, like they're not signing an oath or anything.
Right. You're going to ask them a couple of questions.
Here close to the waterfront.
Right.
So we'll see if anyone walking there might do it, because some runners, they take their running so seriously that they may not want to talk because they're so serious about
Sure.
running and, weight loss. Let's see. And everyone these days sadly wears their headphones, which means there's like no human connection because everybody is wearing headphones. And I think that's even dangerous to be out and about wearing your headphones. You're not aware. But here we're at the Hoboken waterfront and lots of people go out. I don't even know. I'm such a bad resident. I don't know what number pier it is, but lots of people go out. Let's see. Guys, can you talk to me a few seconds for a fun podcast? Okay, it's a random question, but is it okay if we put you on camera?
Sure.
All right, what's your name?
Catalina.
Catalina, great name. And what about you?
Alex.
Alex, and you? Sophia. And guys, do you know Frank Sinatra?
Yes.
The music?
Yes.
Do you have a favorite song?
Probably.
I'd go My Way.
My Way.
Esther, go a little closer. Go a little
Yeah,
closer.
they're both very good.
Yeah.
Did you guys grow up in this area?
They did.
You did. Did you know anyone who knew Frank Sinatra? I know that's a long shot, but
No.
who did you meet that knew Frank Sinatra?
I can't remember their name,
But it was an Uber. That's a random conversation to have with your Uber driver, but he knew Frank Sinatra. And did you know anyone who knew Frank?
I don't.
You don't. But it's pretty cool, right? That we've got a statue of him
Yeah.
right over there.
Yeah.
Awesome, guys. You guys rock. Have a wonderful day. Thanks so much.
Esther, that was great.
Yay.
Esther, that was incredible. Thank you. That was great.
There's a few more people by the pier that might
Okay.
talk to us, but generally, like I found that younger people are much more cooperative when you ask them
Yes.
to talk to you, and older people are much more
Yes.
guarded and they don't want to do it. But they were great.
Uh-huh.
But like, I'm new to the area, and I have to admit, I'm not as big of a fan of Frank Sinatra. But now you're challenging me to like learn more about him because I
Yes.
feel like it's always good for your brain to try newer things. Let's see if these people want to talk.
Okay,
They
go
may
ahead.
not.
Yep.
Guys, you want to talk about Frank Sinatra for a fun podcast?
No. Nice try,
See, I
though.
told you, but you can see the beautiful waterfront.
Yeah, look at that. Nice skyline of
I
Manhattan,
get
too.
great pictures of it every day. That's also, if you look over there, that's the Hoboken Terminal.
Nice.
Which is considered iconic by a New Jersey tour guide. There's a lot of great views when you're in Hoboken. If you look over here, here's some more views of Hoboken. I mean, the city. If you look all the way there, there's the GW. So that's hard to get good photos of.
Yeah. That's
because,
great.
I don't know. It's hard to zoom in and get good shots.
Yeah.
But sometimes you can see like two bridges. I think it may be the Bayonne Bridge and the GW. You can see them at once, which makes for a
Okay.
pretty cool shot. But yeah, Hoboken is a pretty scenic
It's a pretty
area. It's really nice when you start the morning off to go to the waterfront.
Right. It's very
And-
cosmopolitan. A lot of people who work in Manhattan live in Hoboken because of the transportation into the city, I think.
Yeah, because I showed you that thing, and the distance is the path, and it's a 10-minute ride to downtown Manhattan from Hoboken. You can be in Midtown in like half an hour, and it's also an easy drive. You're right between the Holland and the Lincoln Tunnel, so
Yeah.
either way, it's an easy ride. But the light coming in is really nice, and every day the skyline looks really different depending on the light. So it's a really nice way to start the day off. You know, nobody wakes up in the morning and is like, yes, let's kick butt in this day. But when you look at the skyline, you do feel a little better. Not to sound corny, but it is a nice way to start the day off. But
Yeah.
and you see tons and tons of people taking pictures. Like, I find it funny to take pictures of people taking pictures. But let's see, wait. I do too.
We can have a meeting.
Can you guys help me out a little? I'll even take a picture if you help me out. All right, we might have another taker for this.
Great.
Yeah.
What do they do? They're taking a picture of you?
They're taking pictures of themselves. Well, I'm
Oh.
going to ask you, this is just for a fun podcast, but what is your name?
My name is Carlos.
And do you know about Frank Sinatra? Can we turn it to you?
Yeah, go
Or
ahead.
do you want to, what's your favorite Frank Sinatra song, Carlos?
I know that I think I hear him on the radio when I like him.
So you hear it and you would recognize it, but you don't know the songs by name.
I think it was before my time, but I think he has a beautiful voice.
Makes sense. He has a beautiful voice, but you're not an avid fan. Did you grow up in this area?
I did not. I'm from the Southwest.
The southwest of the United States, like New Mexico? Ah, and what about you? Do you have a favorite Frank Sinatra song?
Way younger.
You're way younger, so you're not a Frank Sinatra fan.
I just don't know his song, so it's escaping my mind.
And are you from here or no?
No, I'm from
Pittsburgh, the Pittsburgh Steelers.
Hey,
So you
I
don't probably
lived
know
in
anyone that knew
Pittsburgh.
Frank Sinatra if you're not from here.
I lived in Pittsburgh. Tell her Gene Kelly came from
But
Pittsburgh.
he grew up here.
Yeah.
He did. You guys are learning something new every day. The statue's right over there, FYI. The Statue of Liberty, you can.
I was like, it's that way.
FYI, you guys can see the Statue of Liberty from Jersey City. But what about you? Are you a Frank Sinatra fan?
Well, I have heard a few songs of him.
What are some of your favorite songs?
My favorite song of Frank Sinatra was Something Stupid.
All right, you say hi to the people on the podcast. What's your name?
Hello.
Melissa, where are you from?
I'm from Colombia.
Colombia. Are you here just on vacation as a tourist?
No, I'm working here at this point.
You're working here,
yeah.
but you're kind of still enjoying the scene, still loving it.
Yeah, I'm knowing at this moment the city, so it's great.
You're staying in the city and you're loving all the cool sights in Hoboken.
Yeah, I'm just taking a walk, knowing the culture about here.
Awesome. And Melissa, do you have a favorite Frank Sinatra song?
Yeah, Something Stupid.
Something Stupid.
Yeah.
Yes.
Awesome.
He did that with his daughter, Nancy Sinatra.
Ah, interesting.
He did.
We were
It was a
taking pictures
duet.
with his daughter. And are you
Yeah.
gonna go see the statue now?
Yeah, I'm going there.
Awesome. Now I guess you didn't grow up here, so you probably don't know anyone that knew Frank Sinatra.
Well, my dad.
Your dad knew Frank
Yeah.
Sinatra? How?
He listened him.
But he didn't know him personally.
No.
But was it something your dad passed on to you?
Yeah, I have heard a lot of the music that he has been listening all his life. So, yeah, most of the
Awesome.
music that I know is for my dad.
Ah, so it's something you and your dad really shared with each
Yeah.
other.
Yeah, he shared with me that.
Nice. So you'll have to get a good picture of the statue for your dad.
Yeah. I need to
Awesome.
show him. He will be so happy about that.
Melissa, you're the best. Thanks so much.
Tell Melissa that Fleur de Lis says hello.
Who?
Tell her that Fleur de Lis says hello.
Fleur
she-
de Lis says hello.
All right, don't hurry. About
All
it.
right.
All
There's
right.
more people, but they're more.
Okay, Esther. I think after this we're gonna have to leave. Okay.
Aw, well, this has been great, and luckily it's now no longer
Yeah,
raining.
You did a
so-
great job. Melissa was great. She was good.
Yeah, wasn't she?
Yeah. All right. If you can't get anybody else, we're gonna sign off. All right. Go to our next segment.
This has been wonderful. Wait, that's the same people.
Yeah. This is a
lot
great
of people
segment.
Are very guarded these days.
Yeah.
But like I said, younger people are better in terms of getting them to
Yes. They
open
definitely
up.
are. Yep.
A bunch of people are taking more selfies, in all the scenery
Uh-huh.
here.
Okay. You know, Esther, we're gonna have to sign off. Okay.
Well, this has been amazing. Thanks so much for having me on.
I think you did an incredible job, and I think we're gonna send you out to talk to more people,
That would be great. It's so much fun to get to know
Yes.
people and their story.
Yeah.
Thanks so much again, Felix.
All right. Thank you. All
Bye,
right.
guys. Thanks, everyone, for watching.
Thanks a lot. Okay, that was great. Esther did a great job. All right. That kind of gave you a feeling of more of Frank, being closer to him with the statue. And you get to hear some people talk about Frank Sinatra, what he meant to him and everything like that, which is great. All right. So we're going to go on to our next person. I'm not going to talk about Frank till after, at the end of the show. We're going to bring up Bonnie Scalisi and Joe Curry right now. We're going to bring them up. Here we go. And there she is. Bonnie, I can't hear you, Bonnie. Bonnie, we can't hear you. Of course, we have some technical difficulties now at this time. All right, hold on. Bonnie, I can't hear you, Bonnie.
How about now?
Yes, I hear you now.
Okay, I must have pressed the mic button. I was thinking it was a podcast and I was going to have an intro. So this is a surprise that I came on.
Well, we don't know if Can Comics Cook is if Joe's going to cook anything. So
my intro, and then I still have a couple minutes to get ready. So I was like a little caught off guard. So
no problem. Flor de Lis Mendoza Pitago says Bonnie is beautiful.
Oh, tell him thank you.
To her.
One of the things that I noticed, because I was eating at, I always call it Lenny's Clam Bar, but it's Vincent's Clam Bar. I was eating at Vincent's Clam Bar for my daughter's birthday. And in the background, they play videos of Frank Sinatra singing and Dean Martin and Jerry Lewis. And it's really a cool place if you love Frank Sinatra to go to Vincent's Clam Bar. They play Frank Sinatra songs while you're eating. And one of the videos that they put up was Nancy Sinatra singing "These Boots Are Made for Walking." So I raided my daughter's closet, and I don't know if you can see them. But
yes, we can. Yes, go back a little more and focus in on your boots. Look at that. There you go. A little more to the right. There you go. Yep, that's it.
And I couldn't believe that they fit me. But you know what? These boots are not made for walking. I almost killed myself walking from like one part of the kitchen to the other in these boots. I don't know how the women do it. But I'm going to introduce, I have a surprise guest along with Joe. It's not the guest we originally talked about, but I'm going to introduce them and then get them on camera, okay?
Okay, great. Yeah.
So you already mentioned Joe.
Yes.
Joe Curry has appeared on Compound Media and iHeartRadio, and he's amazing. And our special surprise guest is Bella Rubinton.
Bella, okay.
She's a comedian and a producer, and she is a huge Frank Sinatra fan. So we have both of them today. So now I'm going to turn the camera on them, and Felix, you tell me if I'm doing a good job. Can you see?
Okay.
There we are.
You are.
Hey, Felix, how you doing?
Okay, thank you, folks, very much for coming on the show.
We're glad to be here. Was looking forward to it.
Great.
And Joe has prepared a whole bunch of notes. I don't know if you could see these notes, but
Okay.
it's got like lots of things prepared.
Okay, go right ahead, Joe.
Oh, well, basically, I had an appreciation with Frank Sinatra. I've always liked his music, but every Sunday, Joe Piscopo does a show on, I think it's ABC, with Sinatra. So I've been listening to that show for the past year as I run my errands, and I've really gotten a great appreciation for Frank Sinatra, all his music, everything what he's done, and just little things. But basically, Sinatra has always been great on the way he interprets a lyric and also on his breath control. And a lot of that breath control was he was a very big fan of Tommy Dorsey's trombone playing. And he when his singing, the way he phrases stuff, is emulating his trombone playing, the way he takes his breath, because he looked at Dorsey, the way he and his breath pattern would follow that. In addition, that basically in music today, If a band writes a song, they write the song, they write the chorus, they write the verse, they write the bridge. Back then, with the singers, they used to have arrangers, and the arranger was so integral to the singer, as a producer is today, that it would either make or break the singer. And a couple of great singers that he had, arrangers. His first one was Alex Stradal. And this was when he went solo, when Sinatra went solo, and it was called the Columbia era. And Alex Stradal worked with Sinatra from 1943 to 52 and produced the following songs that he arranged: Foolish Things, That Old Feeling, You Go to My Head. By 1952, Sinatra's career was on the wane, and he got dropped by Columbia. He was going to be, so Mitch Miller, if you remember, Sing Along with Mitch. Mitch was the head of Columbia Records and wanted to have Sinatra do the following songs: Mad About You, Nevertheless, I'm a Fool Without You, which then was really kind of campy, but it turned out to be classic hits for Sinatra. 1950, as you know, Sinatra had his downfall in 1950. He got dropped.
Yes.
He got dropped by the label. His career was really non-existent. So basically, he signed with Capitol Records, and Capitol Records took a chance on signing him and paired him with one of the most amazing arrangers that he could ever had, and that was Nelson Riddle. Yeah, Nelson Riddle. And basically, he was more sophisticated with the arrangements. Basically, it was that the arrangements that were done by Alex Riddle were kind of stodgy, so they were trying to change Sinatra's approach on that. So what they did was they got together with Riddle, and basically after they got together, the songs that they created together, All the Way, Witchcraft, Young at Heart, Second Time Around, Nancy, The Wee Small Hours of the Morning, Love and Marriage, Summer Wind, I've Got You Under My Skin, I mean, and many more, was just an amazing body of work, which is almost a large part of his, of his songbook.
Right. Yeah, that was that. Those songs were incredible.
Yeah, and then he had it. Basically, he went on to work with Billy May, and with Billy May, he was more of an arranger on that, but made commercial hits. And he had Autumn in New York, Luck Be a Lady, Come Fly with Me, and My Shining Hour. And then there was Don Costa. Now, Don Costa, if you notice a lot of very beautiful string arrangements in a Sinatra song, where the phrasing is softer and it's more relaxed pace. It's not more like a broken heart in a bar room, like The Wee Small Hours of the Morning is. This is Don Costa, because Don Costa was an orchestrator, more than an arranger, an orchestrator, and basically he worked on several albums, and a lot of it was For Once in My Life, My Way, which was the biggest hit. You could see how bombastic and what a great arrangement that was with the orchestra. That was Don Costa's work, A Man Alone. And also later on, Quincy Jones, you would never figure Quincy Jones, because when you think, at least with me, when you think of Quincy Jones, you think of Michael Jackson, working with Michael Jackson and all that hits and all that genre. But he worked with Frank Sinatra and had a very good working relationship with Sinatra. He created the album It Might As Well Be Swing in 1964, and that has Fly Me to the Moon on it, I Wish Love. Sinatra at the Sands, phenomenal live album, and it was it was another, and this is 66, later in Sinatra's career, and it's great for an artist late in their career to have such a a cementing career cementing album. That was 1966 with the Count Basie Orchestra. So
I love Count Basie with him. Yeah, that was great.
And then 1984 was L.A. Is My Lady. That was the last one that produced, and that had some great stuff on it. It had Mac the Knife and Teach Me Tonight. So basically, my thing on Sinatra is not just the man and his music, but the arrangers that were a key part of his career.
Right. Yeah. I mean, I had mentioned earlier that when he collaborated with Antonio Jobim, right? Carlos Jobim.
Right.
That was incredible music too that he was doing. It had that Brazilian beat to it.
Yeah.
He did The Girl from Ipanema. and The Wave, songs like that. I thought it was like something totally different from what people were
And
used.
you can even make this comment. It's like, you could say, well, Frank Sinatra is like David Bowie. How is Frank Sinatra like David Bowie? They continually reinvented themselves. They reinvented themselves and reimagined how the music should go. And that's what kept the longevity. I mean, like I said, in the late 50s, Sinatra's career was kind of slowing down, but, it picked up.
Madonna.
Yeah. Well, Madonna, she's going to have a stroke running around doing this tour. I don't know how she's going to pull this off.
Can I ask Bella? Because you look very young. And Sinatra is like, even for me, Sinatra was, I was a kid when Sinatra was big. What made you drawn to Sinatra? Like, why do you like him?
Well, I mean, the short answer to that is that my parents are older, and most of the music that I listen to is their music. So that's how I got exposed to it. I've been listening to Sinatra since I was a kid. But also, I really enjoy just looking through the music and the arrangements, especially for keyboards. It's really easy to be drawn to it and listen to the songs and then hear all the chords and the progressions.
That's cool. That's really cool.
Yeah, Bella and I were talking when we were getting ready for this, and Bella's like, I'm a piano player. She's a piano player. So a lot of playing the piano is the arrangements that you have on that, and we were discussing how intricate the arrangements were, the chord phrasing, and how the arranger has to work with the singer to make the phrasing. And Sinatra was naturally known for the lyric, how he would have the lyric and how he'd have the lyric. And also another fascinating thing is that a Beatles song, he did a Beatles song. He did something by the Beatles.
I didn't know that.
And he thought that now we're talking basically when he recorded it was probably like the early 70s. He thought that was the best love song ever written in the past 50 years.
That's right.
Even though I don't think George Harrison was thrilled that he was doing it when he did the remake, I don't think Harrison was thrilled. But I heard the remake last week, and he did a great job. He's in his way gets that emotion through the same way Harrison did when he did it with the Beatles. So it's great piece of music is a great piece of music.
I agree. And Frank actually, I remember watching some kind of a documentary on him. He wasn't big on the rock and roll. That's what I heard. And I guess for him to do that Beatles song must have been something. Definitely must have hit him and everything. So.
Him, and he thought it was one of the greatest love ballads ever written. And he do the tune. I don't think Harrison was thrilled that Sinatra was covering it, because I don't think maybe Harrison was thrilled with the arrangement. He wrote it, but I heard the version. It was a beautiful job that he did.
I never knew that. That is cool.
Yeah. We have an Anita Anderson who says, "Hi, I love Frank Sinatra and have some of his promo albums from old Las Vegas radio stations."
Right.
Yeah. That's incredible.
I bet the the memorabilia is probably worth quite a bit of money now.
And just the body of work. I mean, we're just talking about Sinatra in the context of his music. However, as an actor, as the Rat Pack.
I was going to bring that up.
Yeah, because if you're an entertainer, you would have loved to have been in the Rat Pack. Just the talent and the way they would improvise, and they would be filming Ocean's 11 all day long, and then they would get back to the Sands and then do the gig. And he was still having a great time. The music was there, the improv was there, So it was just a testament to them, as well as Dean Martin, Sammy Davis Jr., Joey Bishop, and I forgot the other gentleman, Peter Lawford.
Peter Lawford. Everybody forgets Peter Lawford for some reason.
He was a connection to the Kennedys. I think that's why he was actually in there.
Yeah.
But just those, wouldn't you love, just as somebody is a fan of showbiz, would you have loved to have been there watching those shows, watching this incredible array of talent that could tell jokes? And that's a lot of things with entertainment today. A lot of people, they could tell a joke maybe, or they could sing maybe, or it's auto-tuned, or it's what American Idol thinks, or what a comedy judge thinks. But when you've got people that can act and sing and improvise, and you're part of the party, you've been invited to the party. That's gone. That's gone. That's never happening again.
Oh yeah. Just to mention, you were talking about his film career. I mean, he made some dynamite movies that weren't just musicals. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
He won the Academy Award in 1953, a Best Supporting Actor. One of the greatest movies known, from Here to Eternity.
Yeah.
Other ones, I don't know if you ever saw The Man with the Golden Arm. I love that movie.
I heard that movie. What was that about?
Okay, The Man with the Golden Arm, he starred with Kim Novak in that, okay?
Right.
And he was like trying to be a drummer, okay? And he was hooked on heroin, okay?
Wow.
And he played this heroin addict that finally, I think, recovered at the end of the movie. But it was some incredible acting. And people today, I mean, I don't think they really know about that movie, but that was a great movie, And then, he did his own production company that Dave was saying, Atlantis, and he did The Manchurian Candidate. A lot of these movies did not have any singing in it, and he was able to do it. And, don't forget, he had those two movies, Tony Roma, where he played the private investigator. Those are well known. Also, the movie The Detective, when he was starring with Lee Remick. That was a good movie, too, as well. Frank, he did a lot.
Also, radio drama. I used to get I used to have Sirius XM. He used to play the old radio shows, and there was 2 to 3 radio dramas. I think he played a detective, or it was just a sword that he was on too. So he did everything, and there's not alike, that whole era was an amazing era. It took me to my age now to really appreciate it. You don't appreciate things when you're younger, but when you start, seeing, the body of work, I've been in the business for a little bit, you get to see the ups and downs, and there was a lot of ups and downs with him, but he always made a statement when he did, and he was a legend, a true legend.
Yeah, I mean, he won so many awards too. I mean, Grammys, Emmys, Academy Awards, and humanitarian awards, congressional awards, presidential awards. I mean, he did really did quite a bit, in his career. He was, among, the most 100 influential people of the 20th century.
Absolutely.
So, I mean, it's pretty incredible. All right. Are you guys up for a little trivia to help our audience or what?
Let's give it a shot.
Yeah. Felix, I just wanted to say that I wondered, I don't know if anybody knows the answer to this, but, when you think of Elvis Presley, you think of Graceland. Is there like a special place where people go, like, because there's like a pilgrimage to Graceland. And when I went, I talked to some of the people there, and there's so many people that keep coming year after year, younger people that, it lives on through that particular site, Graceland. Is there something like that for Sinatra? Because I don't think there is.
Well, he was born in Hoboken, New Jersey.
But did they have like a place for people to tour? Like I
think the address where he was born.
Why wouldn't somebody? Maybe they have the rights, and all sealed up, and they're not allowing that. But people would love to go if they were allowed.
Oh yeah,
love to go to a place where he lived and walk through, like they do with Elvis.
Right. Well, like I was saying, on I think Monroe Street or something was the street where he was born on. There he was born in a tenement, and I think there's condominiums there now. But I think they saved a room or whatever where he was born. I think they made some kind of memorial there. Then there's Frank Sinatra Way in Hoboken. Okay.
Little kinds of things. Like I think they should have like one big thing where But maybe we'll research that. But I've
Yeah.
never, everybody's heard of Graceland, and with
Right.
Sinatra, I know that he hung out. We know his drinks. By the way, Jack Daniels is one of his drinks. I was drinking it last night, and
I heard.
like,
Yes.
he's always smiling. I can see why now. But
Yeah.
yes, ready for the trivia. But Bella is a little bit of an expert, a little bit.
Okay.
Trying to figure out how we should make the teams.
Well, this is how we're going to do it. Okay. We're gonna have Bella as one. We're gonna have Joe as the other, and we're gonna have you. Okay.
So like we're gonna all compete against each other.
Yes. And what we're gonna do is we're gonna assign listeners to each one of you, and based on who wins, those listeners will get something. How's that sound?
Oh, the people watching?
Yes, that's right.
I don't understand that, but go ahead.
All right. In other words, Bonnie,
Don't try to explain it to me.
there's going to be two. There's going to be one. There's going to be one or two listeners assigned to you. Okay. In other words,
I don't want to let you down.
You're going to be playing for them. Okay.
Oh boy. Okay.
And Joe's going to be playing for some, and Bella's going to be playing for some. Okay.
All right.
And
So
it's 10 questions. It's 10 questions.
How about I'll go? Is it like one each time rounds, or should I do the whole thing? Then he does.
I'm gonna ask the question, right? And each person gives their answer, and I'll say whether you're right or wrong. That's all.
Like we yell the answer.
Yeah, whoever has the most correct answers wins. It's gonna be 10. It's gonna be 10 questions. All right, 10 questions, multiple choice. Okay. Multiple choice. Okay. And
what if we all agree on the same answer?
Then you all get it right. It's whoever has the number of answers. Okay.
Okay.
That's how we're gonna do it.
All right. I'm gonna put the camera on them.
All right. Before we do that, let's see who you're gonna be playing for. Okay. Hold on. We got
on board.
Okay. So all right, everybody's gonna get 2. And Ann Rothney is going to get
I love Ann.
Ann's going to get a prize anyway because she's such an avid follower. Okay. So this is it. Ready? Bonnie, you're going to get Lucy, okay, and Anita.
Lucy and Anita, I'll do my best.
Okay. Joe is going to get Mary Grace and Layla.
Okay.
Okay. And Bella is going to get Fleur de Lis and Romar.
Okay. All right.
Ready to roll.
And then you'll tell us what they won, Jim.
Well, there'll be a prize. That'll be determined. So, okay.
All
right. Ready? Here we go, folks.
All right. I'm gonna put the camera back on them.
Okay.
You guys in the frame?
And Bonnie, you're going to go last on the questions. Okay.
Okay.
Okay. So, Joe and Bella. What year was Frank Sinatra born? 1908, 1915, or 1920? If I need to repeat it, let me know.
Who answers first?
You guys do.
You guys do. So, Bella, you want to answer that first? Go ahead.
1915.
19...
What date?
1915.
What did Bella say? I didn't hear her.
1915.
Same date.
Okay. So, Bonnie, what year would you like to choose?
I'm gonna go with them since I have no idea.
Okay, that's fine.
I'll do the same.
All right, next question.
Okay.
What era did Frank Sinatra start singing? Was it the rock era, the pop era, or the swing era?
Swing era.
Okay. Bella?
Swing era.
Okay. I know they're easy questions.
Swing era.
Okay. Bonnie, you're cheating, but that's okay.
That's what I did.
The next question, Bonnie is going to answer first.
Oh,
ready?
Okay. Now you got me, Felix.
Okay. What record label and year did Frank Sinatra release his first album? Ready? Here we go. Here's your choices.
When did he release his first album? Go ahead.
Okay. Was it under Columbia Records in 1935? Was it RCA Victor Records in 1943, or was it Columbia Records in 1946?
Could you say those again?
Yeah. What label and year, what record label and year did Frank Sinatra release his first album? Ready? Columbia Records, 1935. RCA Victor in 1943, or Columbia Records in 1946?
I'll go for the middle.
The middle one?
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay.
Go ahead. Let's ask Joe and Bella.
And that was the solo career.
His first solo album ever.
Okay. I'm going to go with Columbia 1946.
Okay. How about you, Joe?
I'm gonna go with the same.
I forgot what I said.
Well, what was the? I'm sorry. What was the? It was RCA. What was the second one?
It was the second one was RCA Victor 1943. The first one was Columbia in 1935, and the last question, which Bella said, was Columbia 1946.
I'm gonna go with Columbia 1936.
No, 46. You said, right?
What was the earlier one on Columbia?
Columbia 1935.
I'm gonna go with that.
Okay. So, folks, out of those questions, Bella is correct.
Yay, Bella!
Bella is correct and leading with 3 questions to the other 2. Okay, next.
But we all said the same thing on 2 of them.
Yeah. So we're all getting them right.
Right.
And so we differently, and then
Okay, so
right.
so this is the first one that you won. So you get the first point. Is that how this is working?
No. Everybody, this is the score. Bonnie's got 2, Joe's got 2, and Bella
And
has 3.
Great. Yes. Yeah. I understand that. Okay.
All right. Next question. We're going to have Bella answer this first. Okay. Ready, Bella?
Yes.
Okay. We all know that he won an Academy Award for From Here to Eternity. Okay. What was the name of his character in the movie? Was it Tony Manillo? Was it Maggio? Or was it Burt Lancaster?
Okay, I don't think it's the last one, so I don't know. Second one?
Maggio. Okay. All right. Joe?
I'm gonna go with Maggio as well.
Okay. Bonnie, how about you?
I think I'm gonna go with Tony. Just
Okay.
because it's a nice Italian name.
Okay. Well, Bonnie, you are incorrect.
Damn.
Okay. Joe and Bella were right with Maggio. That was the name that he portrayed. Maggio. Okay. That was a little weak. That was a kind of a weak question, but that was good. All right, ready? We're going to start off with Bonnie on this one. Oh, no, Joe, we didn't start off with you yet. Let's go to Joe. And this is, I think, a fairly easy question. Who wrote My Way for Frank? Was it Sammy Cahn, Paul McCartney, or Paul Anka? Want me to repeat that, or are you good? I can't hear you. There's no sound. Bonnie, no sound. No sound. Hold on a second.
There you go.
Can you hear it? It was Paul Anka.
Okay. And Bella?
Sorry.
Paul Anka?
Okay. And Bonnie?
Well, Joe seems so sure, so I'm going to say Paul Anka.
Okay, there you go. All right. So far we have.
What were we right?
I'm going to tell you right now. I think. Yeah, Paul Anka is the correct answer. Okay, so we have Bonnie with 3, Joe with 4, and Bella's with 5. Actually,
There you go.
I don't think she got anything
Sorry,
wrong.
Ann Rothy.
No, well, Ann Rothy wins anyway. So.
Oh, okay, good.
All right, ready? Question number 6. Bonnie, you start off with this one.
Okay, here we go.
What was the name of Frank's record label that he owned? Capitol Records, Reprise, or Epic?
Oh God. Capitol Records, I always thought was the Beatles.
Well, they played on that record label.
I'll say Records.
Capitol Records, okay. Joe?
Reprise.
Okay. And
Can
Bella?
I change my answer to Reprise?
And Bella?
Reprise.
Okay. So Joe and Bella are correct. Okay. Reprise Records, which I had no idea. Okay. This one might be a tough question for everyone. Bella, we're going to start off with you. Okay. What rock icon singer said that Frank Sinatra was his favorite? And it was during the 60s. He was an icon during the 60s. So that might help. Was it Elvis, Jim Morrison, or Mick Jagger?
Mick Jagger.
Okay. Joe?
I'm going to go with Elvis.
Okay. Bonnie?
Oh boy. Who was the other guy in the middle?
Okay. Was it Elvis, Jim Morrison, who was on the Doors, the singer, or Mick Jagger?
I will go with Mick Jagger.
Okay. Everyone is incorrect. The correct answer was Jim Morrison, believe it or not.
Really?
I thought that guy was always so drugged up he wouldn't know anything.
Well, he was, but
Wow.
I guess he had time to listen to Frank Sinatra. So
Yeah.
Wow. Yeah, I never would have guessed that.
it's
Wow.
on record of him saying it, I guess, when the reporters asked him, and he said Frank Sinatra was his favorite.
Thank God these are multiple choice.
I would have thought, obviously it wasn't in Detroit. I would have thought it was McCartney because I do believe he had a mutual respect for each other.
Yeah, they did, but you know what? The Beatles were more of an Elvis fan than anything. Yeah.
Right.
Yes.
So that's who they
I know
really.
more about the Beatles.
That's who they, were. That's who they were really more for. Was Elvis?
Right.
Everybody wanted to be Elvis during that time. So, and Elvis, before there was Elvis, there was Frank. That's it. So there you go. And Frank really started he started with the Bobby Soxers, and they'd come to his concerts, and they would scream for him and everything before Elvis. All right.
My mom was one of them. She used to tell me stories cutting school, going to the Paramount to go see Sinatra. Yeah.
That's so cool.
Exactly.
Yeah.
My mom also. She loved Frank Sinatra. She was one of those Bobby Soxers.
Yep. As well as my mom was. Yep.
That went to the Paramount in Brooklyn. All right, ready? Number 8. We're almost done, gang. Ready? All right. And we'll just go around on this one. Can you name Frank's wives in order? He had 4 wives.
I don't know.
Can you name them in order? Do you want to know their names?
Yes, please.
Okay. Barbara Marx, Mia Farrow, Nancy Barbado, and Ava Gardner.
Oh, God.
Come on, gang. It's not that big.
Okay. Well, I'm sorry.
I'm going to write down the names so
All
we
right,
can.
write down the names. We're going to do first names. Nancy, all right, Mia, Ava, and Barbara.
Okay.
Bella, how you doing, Bella? Okay.
Bella looks.
I'm not volunteering first. I'm asking, am I first?
She wants to know if she's first.
If she'd like to be, yes. If not, let's go with Joe.
I'll give it a shot.
Okay.
I would say it would be Nancy. I'm sorry, Nancy, Ava, Mia, and Barbara.
Okay. Anyone
I'm
else?
going with Joe.
Okay. How about you, Bella? Who are you going with?
I don't know why I have it in my head that Nancy wasn't Frank Sinatra's first wife, but that could be totally wrong. But worst case, I ended up tying with Joe. So let's see. First let's do. Wait, who did? Joe, who did you say
Okay.
was the second wife?
Before you answer, Nancy Sinatra is named after her mother, Nancy Barbado.
Okay. So wait.
That helps you.
I said Ava.
Okay, I'm going to do the same order as Joe, but make Ava first and Nancy second.
Okay. Bella, you are incorrect. It's Nancy Barbado, Ava Gardner, Mia Farrow, and Barbara Marx, who was the lucky prize winner and stayed with Frank until he died. So,
Yeah.
Is that what we said?
Is that what I said?
yeah, you said that correctly. Yeah.
Nice.
Nice. Good.
Very good.
And you know what? I think I should get an extra point for these boots.
Well, we're gonna have extra point questions, so don't worry. Ready?
There's a bonus question?
No, at the end. We're almost done. Ready?
Oh, I thought that was the last one. Okay,
No.
sorry.
How old was Frank Sinatra when he died? Was it 75, 90, or 82? Who would like to answer that first?
I'll take it. He was 75.
Okay.
I'll say 75.
You are all wrong. He was 82 years old. He died.
Damn, I was going to say 82.
He
But
died
Joe
in
seems so strong.
1998. 1998, he died, before the 21st century. All right. Well, actually, all right, this is a good one. Ready? Last question, and then a couple of bonus ones to boost everybody. All right. What song of Frank Sinatra was inscribed on his gravestone? Was it My Way, The Best Is Yet to Come, or All the Way? Who wants to answer that first?
I'll say My Way.
Okay.
I
Next.
don't know.
I would go My Way. I think it's a trick question, but I'm going to go My Way.
Because
Okay.
the best is yet to come.
I'm going to also go with My Way.
Okay. All right. It was not My Way. That would be the obvious answer everybody would pick. But believe it or not, it is The Best Is Yet to Come.
The best is yet to come. He's in the grave.
Well, he's talking about wherever he goes, the best is yet to come yet. He's
Well,
going to
I'm glad he feels that way. That's good.
All right. So the final scores are Bonnie 4, Joe 6, and Bella 6. Okay. So we're gonna give bonus questions, which will either be the tiebreaker or to boost Bonnie a little bit. Ready?
Save yourself.
All right. Where did the Rat Pack perform? And can you name all 5 of them? But I'll take 3.
Who's that for?
Everybody.
Okay. Rat Pack is Frank, Sammy Davis Jr., Dean Martin.
All right. So you're giving me 3. Okay. And where did they perform, Bonnie?
Where?
Yeah.
I don't know.
Then the answer is incorrect. Go ahead.
Okay, you've got Frank Sinatra, you've got Dean Martin, you've got Sammy Davis Jr., you've got Peter Lawford, you've got Joey Bishop, and they performed at the Sands, baby.
Where was that? That was in
Las Vegas, Nevada.
Okay. How about you, Bella?
Frank Sinatra, Dean Martin, Sammy Davis Jr. at the Sands.
In Las Vegas. That's correct. You're both right. So now you guys are still tied. All right. So I'm going to give a tiebreaker question. All right.
For you two.
To Bella and to Joe. And Bonnie, you could answer it for extra points. Okay.
I'm out of the loop.
Ready? Well, actually, this has already been answered, so I can't ask that question. So we're going to ask another question. Hold on. The question I was going to ask was, what was Frank's favorite Beatles song? But I think that was already mentioned with you guys. So.
Something in the way she moves.
What's that?
Something in the way she moves.
Yeah, that's something. That's the name. of the
Okay,
song.
I get a point.
So hold on. Let me look here. Let me look. All right. All right, here you go. Ready?
Yeah.
Frank had 3 nicknames, okay, in his life. Can you name all 3? What was he called? What was like the?
Well, the
nickname?
first one was the chairman of the board.
Okay.
Oh God, Frank.
If you guys get 2 out of the 3, I'll count it. Go ahead.
Also, I think it was, and then there was Frankie. I think they called him Frankie when he played with Tommy Dorsey.
Okay.
And the other one, I don't know.
Okay, Bella, how about you?
Can I just second that guess?
Then you're gonna be tied again.
I know. We have to do something to set it down.
All right. It was 3 nicknames. Think about Frank. All right. Think about what
The crooner.
You're close, Bonnie, actually, but go ahead. Bella, come on, try it.
So chairman of the board, Frankie.
2 things were his attributes as a singer and
I have another one. Put another one in.
Yeah, go ahead.
The King of Croon.
Okay.
I don't know. What about just King Croon? I don't know.
Okay, I'm gonna have to come up with another question. You guys are all wrong. Ready? Old Blue Eyes. Okay.
Oh, right. We should
How
all
would you
know
not
that.
know that?
Yes, That's why I was shocked that you guys couldn't get 2 out.
But, we're not thinking.
Know that? Oh,
I knew there was something.
Chairman of the board and The Voice. That was 3
The
names.
voice I never would have gotten.
Yeah, I'm sure he had.
Old Blue Eyes we should have got.
Old Blue Eyes, we all
I
should have
can't believe
known
we
that.
didn't get that. That's
I
incredible.
can't believe we didn't either.
I can't either.
All right. Were you guys watching me when I was discussing food at all?
No, we were prepping.
Okay. All right, hold on. Let me see what we got here. All right, hold on. What can I do? I got to get a tiebreaker for you guys. Let me see. All right.
I know his favorite drink was Jack Daniels.
Yeah, I know. Maybe I should give you like an extra
And yours
point.
was last night too.
Yes.
All right, Bonnie, you get an extra point. You got 5 points now. Okay,
Yay!
for that. All right. So.
And I drank 4 of them yesterday, maybe 5.
Did we do his birthday? You guys think you could guess his birthday?
Oh shoot.
No, not from me.
Nothing on the birthday. Okay.
I mean, maybe they can.
Well, yeah, I'm saying, can you guys guess his birthday if I give you 3 dates?
I think Joe says this is a good idea.
Are you ready? Can I give you 3 dates? Okay.
Sure.
Was he born on, you know what year he was born? 1950. You guys had no problem with that. Okay. Was he born on May 14th, December 12th, or June 13th?
May 14th.
Okay, Bella. Tiebreak. What?
I know part of me is thinking it's December, but I want to go with May because I feel like Joe doesn't get these wrong.
Well,
I thought that too a few times.
Repeat the things again.
I know. I think
14.
I'm going to go with May because I feel like that's probably what it is.
Okay, you guys are wrong. It's December 12th.
Oh my
I
God!
was going to say December.
I was to say December, but Joe seems like
Bella, I thought you'd get that one. I really did.
He would be good on that show where you pretend like you have to act like you know what you're talking
That's called my
about.
life.
Hold on. Now I gotta come up with something else. Okay.
I almost said December though. Can I get half one for you?
I
We'll
feel
see.
like she was going to say
We'll
December. I
see.
would have said December.
We'll see how far you go with the next question. All right. All right.
Can it be about song lyrics?
What
She's really good with song lyrics.
Okay.
Songs, please.
All right. If anyone could give me the first couple of lyrics to a song, you win. How's that sound?
Okay.
Ready? Ready?
Yes.
I'm gonna say the song. Okay.
We can't
All
pick this.
Fly Me to the Moon.
Fly me to the moon and let me in on the stars. Let me see what it's like on Jupiter and Mars. In other words, is that close enough?
Possibly. How about you, Joe? Do you know what it is?
She doesn't like dinner. It ain't.
No, that's not Fly Me to the Moon.
Well, you have to do Fly Me to the Moon.
Oh, Fly Me. Oh, I'm sorry. Fly me to the moon. I'll be on a shooting star. No, that's not right. No, I don't know.
Okay. All right, let's try another song. Are you guys more familiar with Frank in the beginning of his career or middle or end?
Probably towards the middle. At least me would be the middle.
Okay. How about you, Bella?
I just know some of the songs, so it really depends on the songs. But I guess the middle or end.
Okay. I'll tell you what. This is what we're going to do. Each one of you can choose a song and let me hear the lyrics. Go ahead.
And now the end is near, and so I face the final curtain.
Okay, that's enough. That's good.
Right. Let's see.
I can tell this is going to be another tiebreaker, but go ahead.
Start spreading the news.
Well, I know this one.
I'm leaving today.
Okay.
I want to be a part of it. New York, New York.
All right. Well, you both got the question right. So we're going to have to come up with something else now. Okay. Ready?
Right.
We're going to go into his family, and I'm going to give you multiple choice. All right. Ready?
Right.
Okay. Frank Sinatra's mother was called by what name? Okay. Hold on. All right. Was it Satin, Mother Nona, or Dolly?
I'm going to go with Dolly.
How about you, Bella?
I'm also going to go with Dolly. I'm so sorry.
This can go on all day.
We're going to be on forever. Okay. So what we're going to do is we're going to make it.
You have to do something at sudden death and just see who gets it right first.
What is sudden death?
Whoever gets
All
it
right.
right first wins.
Yeah, like you have to shout out the answer.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Okay.
that's good.
All right. So instead of the multiple choice, you shout out the answer. Is that
Yes.
what you-
Or you
Okay.
give us choices.
I
and
have
we'll
a
see who
bell.
gets
Do
it
you
right.
want whoever rings the bell first gets the answer?
So like we're playing Frank Jeopardy now, basically.
Yeah.
Yes. Let me get the bell. Hold on.
Can we walk across the kitchen?
With these shoes on, I don't know. These shoes are killing me. All right. My
Are you ready?
dress is super short like Nancy's. They used to wear their dresses even shorter than I wear my dresses.
Okay, so
Yes.
What is this on there?
That was the mini skirt.
It says
Oh.
Cat Women's Hospital. I
those are
don't
your
know.
tabs. It opens up your tab list.
I opened up my tabs. All right, here's the bell.
Okay. Yes. I like how Bonnie throws it at you guys.
It's for my podcast.
Okay, ready?
Yeah.
All right.
Get your hand ready, Joe.
Oh, yeah.
What was the name of Frank Sinatra's favorite restaurant in Manhattan?
Patsy's.
That's correct. Joe got it.
All
Okay.
right, that was.
All right. So Joe, you got 9. Bella got 8. Bonnie got 5. And that's it. So what we're going to do is we're going to get in touch with people that were on your team, and we'll make arrangements for everybody to, pretty much get something. So
Good.
Yay!
you guys don't have to feel bad. Bonnie, you don't have to feel bad.
Okay, I don't.
But you're going to have to come up with prizes for them. No, only kidding. So.
Well, I want
All
to
right.
thank Joe Curry and Bella Rubinton for coming on Sunday. And I know this is football Sunday because my friend Jim Raya was telling me that.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
And Joe, especially since you're a man and you gave up football for this,
Yeah.
I thank you extra. And Bella, thank you for, she wasn't even expecting to be on the podcast. And we asked her and she was a trooper and she went
Yep.
on. So thank you both so much. And thank you, Felix, for having us.
Yeah, Felix, thank
Okay.
you so much for having us. It's
Thank
such
you.
a great time.
Oh, wait, can Bella plug something for governors before we go?
You guys can plug anything you want. Go ahead.
Okay.
Okay. Well, I'll do the short plug, and then maybe Joe could actually try to sell tickets for this. But I'm producing a show at Governor's on Friday, September 22nd. I could go through the rest of my lineup, but the headliner is right here on this podcast, so now he can talk about it.
Most certainly will. It will be on the patio room, September 22nd at Governor's. It's going to be a great lineup. Bella will be in the lineup as well. Also, we got some special guests, so stop in, go to govs.com or give the club a call for reservation. Showtime is going to be at 8 o'clock. Please come on out. It's going to be a great night.
Yeah, it sounds great.
Good.
All right. So, Bonnie, how's your head feeling after the Jack Daniel's Sinatra celebration you had?
I'm actually okay. I feel fine.
Great.
Not last night, but tonight, but the next day I feel fine.
That's pretty incredible, you know?
Yeah. I mean,
that you feel that way.
I hold my booze, but I just, you know.
I hear you.
I overdid it, but it is what it is. So I will see you at the next podcast, which I think is in 2 weeks because we just had one Tuesday, and I forgot who I have on. I would plug it, but I forgot. So.
Well, don't forget.
I'm going to be at the brokerage tonight, but I don't have to plug it because it's a private event. So I'm excited for that. That's at 7 o'clock tonight.
Yeah.
And Felix, you did an amazing job. So did Esther and everybody, and Joe and Bella. And thank you, and have a great rest of the Sunday. Now you can catch the rest of the football.
And the U.S. Open. People don't forget that the U.S. Open is today.
Right? A sports trifecta.
Yeah.
I just like to use that big word.
You like to use that word, okay?
Only name two things. So I get 1 point deducted for that. All right, so I'm going to say goodbye.
Goodbye. Thank you so much for having us. It was a pleasure.
It was my pleasure too, and thank you very much. Come on again sometime. So
yeah, thank you. We will.
Bye, Felix.
We'll do a different trivia. You guys tell me what you like, and we'll do it that way. All right. Take care.
All right. Bye.
Bye. Okay, we're gonna say goodbye to Dave. Dave, thanks for everything. Okay. All right. Take care. Bye. All right. So that concludes our Sinatra Sunday. I thought the trivia was really fun. We're going to have to do more of those. And before I sign off, I just want to say that, well, first of all, I just want to say shout out to Marita. And also, I just want to say that Frank Sinatra, I guess, played an important part in my life because my mother was an incredible Frank Sinatra fan. She had his records. Her favorite thing around the holiday was to listen to the Frank Sinatra Christmas album. And she always waited for him to say Merry Christmas, everyone. And when I was a little kid, she used to say, wait, he's going to say Merry Christmas, Frank. Frank Sinatra's going to say Merry Christmas to you. And that kind of stood in me. And then also just the fact that she would play the Sinatra music all the time when I was a kid, until I got into rock and roll, obviously, and didn't appreciate Frank Sinatra. But now I do appreciate Frank Sinatra. And I actually got to see him back, I believe, in 1980 when he came back to tour. I saw him at the Nassau Coliseum here. The one thing I regret, I had another ticket, and I really should have brought my mom, but I didn't. So I do regret that. But other than that, Old Blue Eyes was the best. He'll always remain one of the coolest and prominent figures of the 20th century. A lot more people should be like Frank Sinatra. He was definitely humanitarian, and he even helped out his friends too as well. Sammy Davis Jr. got into a terrible car accident in 1954, and Frank Sinatra paid for his whole hospital bill. Can you believe that? That's what kind of guy he was. All right. So that concludes our show. And take care, and we'll see you on Tuesday. Okay.